So in February, I was going through my cupboards and having a bit of a clear out, and I found a bag of potatoes that had massive big shoots on them about this long that had been growing. So I thought, well, I could throw them away, or I could chuck them in a bucket and see what happens. So that's what I did. So that was on the 17th of February. I put them into here, and I just left them in the polytunnel. So ever since then, they've been in the polytunnel. So they've been quite warm, they've been kept nice, and they've gone over now. They've all started falling down. So I thought, well, why not have a look and see if we managed to grow anything. So they're going to be baby, they're going to be small potatoes, I think, because they were baby potatoes that went in. So let's tip them out and see if anything actually grew in there. I might not have got any at all, or see what's in there. Let's have a look. Okay, so I'll give it a tip out. It's pretty heavy, this one, it's quite a big bucket. Let's see if anything comes out. Wow, it's actually quite dry in here. I thought it was going to be quite wet. It's been watered a lot, but actually it's really dry. Oh, there's potatoes, are there? Wow, look, there's loads. Look at all these coming out. Gosh, and do you know what? I didn't realise how much more I should have been watering this, really. It's very dry in here. Chicken's going to be in a minute. Look at that one. Wow, there's really quite a lot. I did not think there was going to be this many in here. Some like a supermarket potatoes. There's another nice one. Wow, there's loads. Some of them aren't very big. Some of them could have probably done with a bit longer. They're a bit small, aren't they? Overall, I don't think this is too bad for a bag of 3 potatoes. There's my friend come to help. Always interested in a bucket of dirt, aren't you? Yeah. Let's get rid of this mud and we'll see how many are actually in here. But do you know what? I didn't think there was going to be any in here. This is really good. Right, let's throw some of this mud out and then we'll see what we're actually left with. So I've just moved into the polytunnel because it's getting a bit windy outside and I think it's going to rain. So I thought I'd just rummage through this in here. But you know, look at how many I've got already. It's not bad for a bag of potatoes from the supermarket. Another one. So I think I've got most of them now out here. Apart from some little tiddlers that are a bit small. This, I think if I was going to learn any lesson from this, it would be that I need to water them more, because I honestly didn't realise how dry they were. I thought that, if anything, I thought I was over-watering them because the top always looked really, really wet and felt wet. But now underneath here, this is so dry. And you saw when I got it out how it was all caked together and really hard to separate. And I honestly didn't realise that at all. So maybe there would have been more potatoes if I had have actually watered it properly. So that's a lesson learned. If I ever grow any in the polytunnel again, which I probably will, coming up into winter this year to have potatoes for Christmas, hopefully. Yeah, definitely. To keep them more watered, it's going to be a good thing. But look at that now. I think that's pretty much most of them. On there. So these have been totally indoors, not outside at all, in the polytunnel since the 17th of February was when I put them in, and this is what I've got. That's quite a lot. That's not bad, really. That's, you know, a bag of potatoes worth if you were going to buy another bag from the supermarket. It didn't cost me anything. Well, they cost me the price of the potatoes in the first place, but we've already eaten most of them, and that was just a few potatoes that I threw in at the end. So do you know what? I'm pretty impressed with that, and I think Do you know, imagine how much stuff like that goes to waste every year. We just throw it away. Oh, look at that, it's got a big root on it, chuck it in the bin. Where people could be growing these themselves. There's a big pot of dirt in the garden and put them in. I've done nothing else to them. Obviously, I haven't even watered them properly. And they're still here, they still survived, and they still made it, and they still look pretty good. So I'm really impressed with those. I'll definitely do that again, definitely, considering it's better than them going to waste. I mean, I guess the only downside of growing potatoes like this is the fact that they're not certified disease free like the ones you would get, you know, the proper actual seed potatoes. But do you know what, if you're in a situation where you don't have access to seed potatoes and you really want to put something in and grow, then I don't see why you wouldn't do it. I mean, when you think about when we first started cultivating potatoes, I mean, I very much doubt that we had perfect seed potatoes to use every time. And this has been a really interesting experiment for me, I think. And you know, I was thinking, I didn't even put any fertilizer in here. I grew cucumbers in this bucket, in this soil last year in the summer. And I didn't put anything in it. I didn't put anything extra in the soil. I just threw the potatoes in and thought, well, we'll see what happens. So considering I didn't do absolutely anything, that's not a bad harvest really. So I'll let you know how they taste once we cook them. But yeah, there you go. Baby seed potatoes from the supermarket. Grown all of them.